a new video. So in this video I'm going to talk about how to keep watch on the economic events. As part of forex trading, traders, it's advisable you are updated, rather you're kept aware of the type of events that are happening in the markets, because it's through these economic events that you are able to see movement on charts. Basically, once in a while you'll come across a candle that's so big, rather it has a bigger tail on one time frame. That's in most cases. Let's say a candle, there is just an abrupt move of 50 pips, 20, 30, 100, unexplained move. Sometimes when you check your economic calendar, you'll realize it was because of an economic event. So for Android users, there is this app called investing.com. I believe the iOS version is also available. So you go to your Play Store or App Store and type investing.com. There are different types of economic calendars, but the ones I've used is investing.com and the Forex Factory. So I'll give you an idea of both platforms. So investing.com, there is an application for that. So when you search in your Play Store or App Store, investing.com, you search, you tap. So for me, I have it already installed, so it's urging me to update. So when you see here, it's asking me to update. So since I have it installed, but if you don't have investing.com, it will probably I'll ask you to download and install. So you just follow the procedure. So for me, I have updated, and so I have to open. I click open. So investing.com is an app used to check it, to keep tab with the economic events that are happening around the world that affects the forex market. So the bottom right, we have more. Click more, and then you look for calendars. So calendars, it gives you the news that are happening today. We have the option of yesterday, today, tomorrow, this week, next week. So if you check this chart, so if you want to customize, let's say for today, this week, it tells you the news from Monday. From Monday, so for AUD, the Australian dollar, we had on Monday at 3:30 a.m. At 3:30 a.m. we had retail sales monthly for the month of September. So it has two bulls. Next we have Euro EUR 930. We have the North Rhine-Westphalia CPI, Consumer Price Index, yearly for October. So it has one bull, and then we have let's say 12. Moving down, we have 12 p.m. Euro. We have German GDP quarterly, the third quarter GDP, gross domestic product quarterly. So it's three bulls. So you realize some events have one bull, others have two bulls, and then others have three bulls. So to give you context, you click top right. We have, after, just next to the search icon, it's an icon to help you customize the kind of events you're interested in. So you filter. Let's say I only want to keep watch on events that affect the main currency pairs. We have the Australian dollar, Canada, Canadian dollar, no China. I don't really trade Chinese yuan. So I'll allow the Eurozone, France, no, I'll not really, Germany, Hong Kong. So you select. So I'm deselecting. I only want to be left with pairs or other currencies of countries I trade. So Japan, you have the Japanese yen. We have the scrolling down. We have New Zealand dollar. Not really. Russia, I'll deselect. South Africa, not really. South Korea, Switzerland, we have the Swiss franc, CHF. UK, United Kingdom, we have the Great Britain pound. United States, we have the US dollar. So I've filtered. I'm left with news from those specific countries. So we have low, medium, and high. Yeah, for me, I prefer having, so one bull is a low impact news, two bulls medium impact, three bulls is a high impact news. I think knowing the medium high impact news is better. The low impact news basically doesn't have much of an impact to the market whenever they are released, so the market doesn't move that much. So there is no need of having a clumsy economic calendar that's full of events that high, low impact, medium impact. So I prefer medium, high impact. Some people just prefer high impact news. So the three bulls. So we come back to our calendar and see how it now looks. We realize it's only restricted to AUD. So we only have two and three bulls. So two bulls in the medium impact, three bulls in the high impact, and it's restricted to Australian dollar, Swiss franc, euro, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Yeah. So for this week, these are the news events. So, for instance, today, you click today at 5 p.m., we had an economic news. 5 p.m. 5 p.m. today, at the time of this recording, 5 p.m., we had three events affecting. This is a notification. So, we had three events affecting US dollar. We have the at 5 p.m. we had the ISM manufacturing PMI, Joel's job opening, and the ISM manufacturing employment for October. We also had, yeah, those are the events. So when you go to your chart, any currency that has USD at 5 p.m., whether USD as the base or the quote currency. So for instance, let's look at GBP USD on our MT4. GBP USD is Great Britain pound against the US dollar. So you realize it has USD as part of the pair. So you realize at 5 p.m., exactly 5 p.m., let's see what happened. You see on your chart, MT4 at 5 p.m. At 5 p.m., let's go at 1 minute time frame to show us, to give you context. So we will use the crosser. So at 5 p.m., you realize 5 p.m. when this, this massive candle here, this one, 5 p.m. 1700 local time. So you realize 1700 we had a number of economic events affecting US dollar. So in this case, there was this buy candle. It opened, actually this closed here 1659, but immediately at 5 p.m. So there's this huge gap here. It gapped up, opened here, pushed to this level, and closed here. In a single minute, you can see how big this move was. So it was something like 12 to 21 27, those are like 15 pips, but it moved higher to 2112 to 2147. So 47 minus 12, that's like 35 pips. Imagine 35 pips in 1 minute. That tells you how volatile a market can become during news events. So let's see, to give you context, USD, since this was affecting USD, let's see another pair that has USD. An example like USD, New Zealand USD, exactly 5 p.m. How did that pair respond to the news? You realize the same type of 5 p.m. we have this candle here. Yeah, now let's look for USD JPY. So I'll add a few more pairs. So USD JPY. So this one, US dollar against Japanese yen. So I come back here to check. So USD JPY, I'm going to open chart. So at 5 p.m., let's see what happened. 5 p.m. here. This 1659 and 5 p.m. So there was this move. This candle opened and closed here, but the minute it reached 5 p.m., it gapped down to this level. So there's this sell candle. So it opened here and went down to this level but closed here. So that gives you context of how news events affect currencies. So you'll check and see if you have to close your trades, or if you look for if the market changes its trend for you to to enter new trade. So that gives you context of keeping tab with economic calendar. So let's select today at 9 p.m. We're going to have 9 p.m. East African time. We're going to have the Fed interest rate decision. We're going to have the FOMC statement. At 9:30, FOMC press conference. At 11, a quarter past 11, we're going to have the Bank of Canada governor speaking, and also the Bank of Canada senior deputy governor Rogers speaking. So speeches are also economic events. So they give direction to the market. They provide context for traders to see if they're going to be bullish, bearish on that single pair, or other currency pairs that have that single currency. So an example here is to give you context. Sorry, I'm using the word context too much. So to just explain my point, to enlighten you more about economic events, let's say at 5 p.m. we had let me use like the ISM manufacturing PMI, this one. So you realize you open up, it gives you something like the actual, forecast, and previous. So this same event, the previous figure was 43.8. The economists predicted something like 45.1. But at 5 p.m., the actual figure that came out was 45.1. Meaning the deviation is the difference between the actual and the forecast. So there was a deviation of 0.1. So you realize any pair that has USD, if it responds positively to this news, you realize it will go up, and if it responds negatively, it will sell. So the actual and if the deviation is big, so the event has a bigger impact. Yeah. So here it gives you a breakdown of what exactly this event is. It's the Institute of Supply Management, ISM, Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, PMI, report on business, is based on data compiled from monthly replies to questions asked of purchasing and supply executives in over 400 industrial companies. So you can read through and understand the event. So importance, it has 3 bulls. It affects the US dollar. So today at 9 p.m. we have the Fed interest rate decision. So the Federal Reserve Bank is going to read the interest rate. So let me show you another app. You can keep tab of events for months. Leave alone this one is only restricted to a week, like this week and next week, and that's all. But let's look at investing.com. So Forex Factory. You just search Forex Factory in your browser. It will give you something like this. So to customize, you come and click here. So you customize the pairs you want to watch: Audi, Canada, CHF, Euro, Japanese yen. So you apply filter. So impact is high and medium. If you apply filter, so here these are the news events. So if I want to check out today, I click today. These are the events for today: the medium, high, medium, and low impact. So if I want to check out for this week, these are the news for this week. Next week, click next week. You realize it gives me this month, unlike investing.com, which was only restricted to this week and the next week. This one will give me up to this month, the whole events this month, and next month. I can also have a look at next month, December. So these are the economic events for December. So guys, that's all about economic news. Yeah, keep the fundamentals part of it. So we have the technical and the fundamentals. So the fundamental part of it, I think that's sets you up in a better position. At least you know what's happening. If you see an sporadic move on the market, you can come back and check on your calendar which event is taking place right now, or which speech, blah blah. So guys, I hope this one was helpful. See you in the next video. The videos that will follow is more of the analysis, how to analyze markets, using the basic concepts. Yeah, I'll highlight the basic concepts like the supply and demand, liquidity levels, fair value gaps, order blocks. So guys, see you in the next video, guys. I hope you have a good one.